Hello everyone. Namaste. How are you all today? I'm sure your cat preparation is going on full fervor. I'm Shrita Tiwari, a VRC expert at Top Rankers Supergrads Cat. Today I'm here to give you my list of recommended books to ensure that you score very well in the VRC section of CAT. So without further ado, let's get started. The first and foremost in the list is the very elementary Arun Sharma and Meenakshi Upadhyay's VARC preparation. You must all have heard about this book. Both the authors are alumni from IIM Bangalore, and hence is the most reliable name in CAT preparation. What I personally like about this book is the way it is written, the style of writing. You always feel as if the author is talking with you, giving you step by step guidance how to solve the questions. Not just reading comprehension, but also the TETA question and other vocabulary questions. Next in line is for reading comprehension, Proficiency in Reading Comprehension by Ajay Singh. This is an all-exhaustive book covering more than 200 passages on variety of topics ranging from economy and business to art and culture, science and technology, and also philosophy and psychology. You'll get passages not just relevant to CAT, but also other MBA entrance exams like XAT, SNAP, CMAT. So this gives you an exhaustive practice for reading comprehension. Next in line is again a very reliable name in CAT preparation, and that is Nishit K. Sinha. He is an alumnus from IIM Lucknow, and currently he's a professor at IIM Indore. So you can trust his word. He is giving you an exhaustive practice of more than 2,000 questions, not just on reading comprehension, but also on TETA questions. Apart from that, he's giving you additional five simulated CAT. Uh, and with that, he's also giving you self-assessment so that you are able to understand where you stand in your VARC preparation. Next in line is for vocabulary development. Now, if you want to really ace on your reading comprehension questions, you have to develop good vocabulary. And the best book which I can recommend is Norman Lewis' Word Parmerizzi. This is recommended all over the world. This has now become like Bible for all the aspirants across the globe. It gives you words like 20-25 words on a topic and then followed by exercise. So you can actually munch it like popcorn anytime and every time you feel like. Next in vocabulary development is 6 Weeks to Words of Power by Wilfred Fung. Now, this is an advanced version of vocabulary development. Most of the VRC faculty carry it with them. It gives you not just the word, but also all the forms like verb, adverb, adjective form of that word, also exceptional usage of that word, along with sentences and their proper usages. So, this is a little advanced version of vocabulary development. So next in line is Barron's Pocket Guide to Vocabulary. This is not just for CAT aspirants, but across the globe for aspirants of GMAT, GRE, SAT, TOEFL, IELTS. Everyone uses it all the time. It has got more than 3,000 words with their relevant examples and usages. So it is a very handy guide, a pocket dictionary kind of you can carry anywhere and you can use all the time. Now, let's move on to a little advanced level. These books were all elementary, which were good for your hand holding. If what makes you jolted down, in the VRC section? It is basically those tough RCs, those complex RCs, mostly from philosophy and psychology. So here is my list of recommended books for making those topics very familiar and easy to understand. First is First name in this list is Atomic Habits by James Clear. You must have heard about this book. This is an international bestseller. Most of your YouTube influencers and motivational speakers keep taking reference from this particular book. So, very popular book. But why am I recommending it to you? Is you'll always have passages from neurobiology or neuroscience and psychology. So, this particular book makes those complex topics very easy for you to understand and digest. So this is a good book. Next book in my recommendation is Eric Burns' Games People Play. So these are not games like mobile games or other games. These are all manipulations or psychological games which people generally keep playing all the time to survive in their workplace or maybe while socializing or even in their personal lives. So this is again a very interesting book which will give you concepts of psychology very easy to understand. Now, from the world of psychology, let's move on to the world of philosophy. And the first and the foremost is Ayn Rand's The Fountainhead, an international bestseller. Ayn Rand, the name is really, really popular. Her quotations are still all over the social media. And her Fountainhead and Atlas Shrug, both are really known for making the world of philosophy, the complex world of philosophy, simple enough for an ordinary person to understand. So you can flip on the pages of either of these books if you want to make yourself comfortable with philosophy. Next in line is Sophie's Word by Joseph Gardner. This is one of my favorite books because the complex concepts of philosophy are dealt with from the angle or perspective of a 14-year-old girl. It gives you a spectrum of philosophers and their concepts from Greek philosophers like Plato, Aristotle, Descartes, Socrates, to the modern day philosophers like Kant and Nietzsche. And these are all explained from the perspective of Sophie, a 14-year-old girl who gets two letters in her mailbox. Who are you and where this world comes from? And then she explores all these philosophers and how their philosophy is relevant to her life. So if you really want to crack those complex RCs of cat, this is the book you should try your hands on. Next is Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. The title looks amusing, but the book isn't that amusing. You need a lot of patience to understand this book. But as Sophie's World was about Western philosophy, this book actually makes you familiar with Eastern philosophy. There's a story of 8-year-old boy who goes on a road trip with his father, and during their journey, they explore the meaning of life and the value of these Eastern philosophy and spirituality, which adds to the meaning of their life every day. So this is a very good book, but yes, you need to have patience to read this book. Now let's move to a little advanced levels, wherein it's not just philosophy, but how is philosophy related to science? So the first one is Tao of Physics by Fritjof Capra. You must have solved those passages of CAT wherein they are talking about quantum physics, or theory of relativity, which are related to the Eastern philosophy or the Western philosophy or spirituality. So this is one book which will make you very familiar with those ideas and concepts. Next one is Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari. This book is a bestseller and talk of the town among the corporates, although it is based on the evolutionary biology, but it is actually talking about what makes human beings or Homo sapiens the most dominant and most successful species on Earth. It's their power of intelligence, power of imagination, and power to coordinate in huge masses. Last but not the least, in my list of recommended books is Predictably Irrational by Dan Ariely. This is a wacky book, and you will fall immediately in love with this particular author when you read this book. But before you read this book, I suggest you go to TED Talks, listen to his TED Talk, and then read this book. This will make you familiar with those complex jostling ideas of philosophy and psychology and how are they related to your everyday decision making. So that's all from today's list of recommended books from me. I'll meet you again in one such video with more recommendations like this to enhance your understanding of VRC section of CAT and definitely help you improve your scores. So till then, I'm Shrita Tiwari signing off. Ciao.